Today we're looking at the metal build CROSSBONE Gundam X1. The main Gundam is piloted by Tobias Aranax of the Mobile Suit Gundam CROSSBONE manga series. When the model came out, fans and collectors from all over raved about how cool and how intricate the model is. What's so special about this particular model? What sets it apart from other model kits available on the market? That's exactly what we're going to be talking about in this video, so sit back and relax as we go together and dive deep into the details of this model kit, just to see why fans love it so much. This is New Technology Today. Let's get into it. The Gundam CROSSBONE Gundam would be one of the few Universal Century Gunpla with a metal build. This is the second of the 4 Universal Century metal build models they have released for their metal build line. The first one being the flagship Gundam F91 model. Upcoming metal builds from the Universal Century would be the White Chronicle version of Gundam F91 and the RX-93 High New Gundam piloted by Amuro Ray. More about this guy soon in 2021. But wait a second, Gunpla? Universal Century metal build? So the first question, what is Gunpla? Gunpla is the unofficial name of the specific subculture of the plastic modeling figure collector hobbyists of mecha anime, the most popular being the Gundam series. Other examples of mecha anime series are Neon Genesis Evangelion. Oh, and remember Gurren Lagann? And the recent Darling in the Franxx, among others. Moving on, Gundam the Universal Century timeline. Another question, what is the Universal Century? Universal Century is the main timeline that the Gundam series is told. Other series involved are 8th Mobile Suit Team, Gundam Thunderbolt, Gundam Unicorn, Gundam F91, and Gundam Origin. Wait, you're asking what? Gundam Type A? No one remembers Gundam Type. Look at you, Gundam Type A. Nah, just kidding. And Gundam Type A, among others. The first series in the saga being 1979's the iconic Mobile Suit Gundam, a mecha anime cult classic which features the RX-72-2, the titular mobile suit of the series. This mechanical robot, also known as Mobile Suit, was piloted by Amuro Ray. Oh, that went well. This war has 2 factions fighting against each other, namely the Earth Federation, which Amuro allies himself with since he lives on Earth, and the Principality of Sion, an authoritarian supremacist space colony which is originally inspired by the O'Neill cylinder, which was originally conceptualized by Gerard K. O'Neill, an American physicist. The space colony has Neotype citizens. We'll talk more about this later. Mobile Suit Gundam exhibits Amuro's tribulations in this story. Neotypes are treated as the next step of human evolution in the Gundam mythos. Neotypes have a heightened mental awareness compared to an average human. Given this, they can maneuver any mobile suits better. Most of the time, Gundam mobile suits have a better quality of metal than average mobile suits, which make them more effective pilots than average humans. The common stereotypical colors of a Gundam would be white, red, yellow, and blue. In other series, they are also called Coordinators in Gundam Seed, Innovators in Gundam, and X-Rounders of Gundam Age. Metal Builds promises the premium 1-to-100 gunplay experience. Hobbyists are more inclined to look out for metal builds because of their durability, articulation, and more intricate details in comparison to 1-100 no grades, with the master grade being the plastic counterpart of metal builds. Other scales would be 1/60th or perfect grade, 1/44 or high grade, and 1/44 real grade. Gundam CROSSBONES is the first mobile suit piloted by Tobias Aranax, with F1 being the first, the lead character of the manga series with the same name. The Mobile Suit CROSSBONES Gundam manga came from the latter part of the Universal Century, a few years after the final Universal Century anime, which is Gundam Unicorn, then Gundam F91. Now the figure. We can see the instruction manual of the figure. We can prove that this figure guarantees the utmost quality of Gundam figure you can have that's available in the market. With this instruction manuals, you can carefully see the nitty-gritty of the intricate features of the figure. Next is a stand, wherein at first glance we can see the crest of the CROSSBONE Vanguard to be a space pirate squad, the model name, and the label CROSSBONE Gundam X1 in the gray background and gold-yellow text and details. Now we have the kit, which I will show you in just a minute. Let's go! Yay! First off, we will look at the core fighter. This is probably the longest one in a mobile suit ever. Usually core fighters are tiny, but we can say that it's huge. The biggest one I've seen, to be honest. Design-wise, this is the thrusters which are attached to the mobile suit in the back. The beam sabers are also attached to the side of the cockpit. You can easily pop this beam saber in and out. Next is the figure. To be honest, I appreciate the chrome silver shining through the joints. The color red, white, black, yellow, and chrome gold silver. It looks like a delightful pirate-themed Gundam figure from the look of it. And I'm not going to lie, this seems quite heavy compared to other 1/100 Gundam figures I've held. Most of the features are die-cast metal, and to specify, even the back part and the joints look tough. Now you don't have to worry about your nieces and nephews wrecking your figure. You just have to worry about the choking hazard because of the small parts. No, just don't. So the articulation is pretty on point. You can pop the shoulder and rotate the head in 360 degrees. Hey, you can also push the middle badge of the V-fin to oven the mouth of the figure. It can just do the Gojira pose right there. Rah! It also has a spare head with an eye patch because arr, it's like a pirate. It can also articulate both the hands in 360 degrees once you lift the shoulder gun. We can also see the double joints for the elbows and knees. It also has triple joints in the torso portion that can bend up front, normally and backward. Not a lot of side movement, but the additional spaces have silver paint on it so you can observe the intricate details on this figure. Lots of chrome, lots of intricate silver parts. It has swag. If you remove the front skirt of the figure, you can bend both the legs in 90 degrees, but if you keep the parts in, you can bend to 45 degrees max. The chain can also be attached to this with a matching claw. Other features are the Peacock Smasher, the Beam Saber, and the Parrot. Yeah, it really has a parrot. It can sit on the crossbone shoulder, or it can be a separate figure all by itself. It also has a multiple functioning weapon, which is half the beam saber, and another a rifle or pistol, which you can fit in both parts in the left and the right side skirt. It both has laser guitars on the left and the right for the figure's mini blade. This actually reminds me of the early days of playing Ragnarok Online with the Assassin job. It can port a laser shield on them too. You can also attach a mysterious cloak on because it's awesome. Overall, you get what you paid for when you purchase this metal build figure. You can pose it with your other Gunpla using the chain and the claw. Overall, I highly suggest you get one while stocks are still available. If you enjoyed this video, you should definitely check out my other video called Bandai Hobby Spirits Exhibition on Location City Plaza. Are you a fan of Gundam? If you are, I wouldn't blame you. It's one of the most popular anime series in the history of the world, and for good reason. Decades ago, Gundam decided to take a chance at shaking up Japanese entertainment as it was known back then, and their risk paid off. Today, Gundam's fandom is massive. The giant robot franchise has a fanbase in nearly every country across the globe, and it's no surprise. The franchise has become something of a cultural phenomenon in its hometown of Japan. As part of Gundam's celebration of its 40th year since the very first episode of Mobile Suit Gundam was aired on Japanese television, the media franchise has decided to launch a series of events and release a few new versions of the beloved Gundam plastic model kits. Fans have been excited and looking forward to celebrating 40 years of Gundam's existence. That's why in early October, Bandai Spirits took over City Plaza, one of Hong Kong's largest shopping malls. What happened during the event? What was there to see? And how did the event go? Well, that's exactly what we're going to be talking about in Bandai Hobby Spirits Exhibition on Location City Plaza. So check it out and join me as we talk about the Bandai Hobby Spirits Exhibition on Location City Plaza. Stay connected, stay up to date,